Okay, so good morning and welcome to our first Facebook Live event that is organized in the framework of MPAS project. Today we have with us Mrs. Dimana Miteva, child psychologist, parenting consultant, and content creator from Varna, focused on early childhood development, special needs, and practical support for parents in order to talk about preventing mental health issues among young adults. So, welcome, Dimana, and thank you very much for being with us today. And before we start, maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself and about the organization that you are representing here.
Hello everyone, my name is Dimana Miteva. I am a Bulgarian psychologist, part of the team of APB. I have more than 15 years of experience with working with children, young people, and families. Most of my work is with children who need additional support, but I also have work with parents, with pregnant women, and families with young children. I am especially interested in early childhood development, mental health, and emotional well being. And I believe that every person has their own strengths, and with the right support, they can grow and overcome difficulties. I enjoy learning new methods and work with new people, express themselves, build confidence, and create positive relationships. That is why I am very interested in the MPAS project and the toolkit that we are going to talk about, and the use of the art as support of mental health. I am very happy to have the opportunity to be part of this project and the trainings that have and to learn from other professionals and to share my own experience. Thank you for having me.
Oh, okay, thank you for being here. I would like to start asking which are the main mental health issues that are faced by young people today.
Thank you. Maybe before asking of this question, maybe it is good to tell one, two words about the APB, which is the Association of Psychologists in Bulgaria. It is a non-profit organization founded in 2008. It supports young people and future professionals, and we have over 30 active members, including 80 volunteers. I started as a volunteer in the very beginning, and we offer psychological counseling, training, and educational activities for children, young people, and adults. The organization works for social inclusion, the equal opportunities for disadvantages group. APB works with schools, universities, municipalities, and NGOs also, and it also takes part of the international and national projects as the MPAS project.
Great. This is very important to know about the APB, Association of Psychologists in Bulgaria. Let's start about talking about the main mental health issues that are faced by young people today. Which do you think are the main ones?
Mhm. Today, many young people face different mental health challenges. The most common are anxiety, depression, stress, loneliness, and low self confidence. Many young people also struggle with fear of failure, fear of missing out something, feeling overwhelmed, and not knowing what they are going to do in their future. Young people live in a world that changes very fast. They often feel pressure how they are doing in school, to find a good job, fit in others, and build a successful life. Social media can also make them compare with themselves with other people or with different models or popular people. This can make them feel that they are not good enough. The MPAS toolkit explains that mental health is not only about the absence of illness, it is also about feeling connected, having good relationships, and feeling that life has a meaning. When young people lose these things, their mental health can suffer. The toolkit speaks about three important needs: identity, belonging, and life purpose. Young people need to know who they are, feel accepted by others, and believe that their life has a meaning. If one of these things is missing, this our needs is missing, they may begin to experience emotional problems. Mental health problems do not usually appear over one night. They often grow slowly because of stress, loneliness, and different difficulties and difficult life experience. That is why it is so important to notice the early signs and offer support before the problems become more serious. As we say, prevention.
And which could be these early signs that the people should look for?
Mental health usually do not have only one cause and only one science. They are often the result of many difficult factors which are working together. And the toolkit explains that the young people may experience stress because of the family problems, financial difficulties, unemployment, discrimination, bullying, social exclusion, or difficult life events. Some young people also feel isolated because they not have supportive relationships or they don't have people they can trust. Another important reason is the pressure that many young people feel every day. They can do succeed at school or work, look perfect, and meet other people's expectations. Social media, as I said before, can make it even worse because young people are comparing themselves.
And if someone has identified these early signs, how can prevention be done? So, what can be done for preventing
It's a
this
very
mental?
good question. Um, As we say in the toolkit, it is important to have a group of people that you can share your thoughts, your activities, your interests with. Vulnerable young people often face more difficulties than other young people, and they may live in poverty, um, discrimination. Some of them have different disabilities, be migrants or refugees, or grow up in families with many problems. Some have experienced violence, loss of their difficult situations at a very young age. When someone faces many challenges at the same time, it becomes harder to manage stress and difficult emotions. These young people may also have fewer opportunities to receive help or take part of activities that support their well-being. The project has created especially for vulnerable young people because they often need extra support. The toolkit explains that everyone has strengths, but vulnerable young people do not always have the chance to discover and use their strengths. One example for the toolkit is activity called Wine of Life, where the participants draw important moments from their life and talk about what they have learned from these experiences. This activity helps them understand the difficult moments do not define who they are. It also helps them to recognize their strengths and become more hopeful about the future. Another example I can give, it's called sound greetings, this activity, where participants greet each other using sounds instead of words. This is very helpful because as a simple activity, it helps people relax, laugh together, and build trust inside the group. It reminds us that connection does not always begin with talking. Sometimes it begins with simple feeling safe together. I have different things to say about that. If you allow me to find something just for a moment.
Yes, of course. In the meantime, we can say that the examples that Dimana is providing, they are from PAS and PAS methodology, the Creative Europe the project that is co-financed by Creative Europe program of the European Commission. In the framework of this, the today's broadcasting is taking place. So, Dimana, back to you.
Yes, about the prevention you asked, I believe that many mental health problems can be prevented or reduced. We cannot prevent every mental health condition, but we can help young people to become stronger and more confident before serious problems appear. The MPAS toolkit explains that prevention starts with creating safe and supporting environment. This kind of groups that we tried to make in the trainings. Young people need people who listen to them, accept them, and encourage them. They need to feel that they belong and that their opinion matters, as I said before, of the needs school, families, youth workers, social workers, and local communities. All of them have their important role in the life of the young people. They can help young people develop mental skills, learn healthy ways to deal with stress, to cope with it, and build positive relationship with others. Um, Yes, I believe I give the answer of this that question.
Okay. So, you have referred to many examples from the MPAS methodology. Which are the advantages, do you think, of this methodology compared to other approaches or other methodologies that exist for the prevention of mental health problems, specifically related with young vulnerable groups?
Mhm. I really like the MPAS toolkits methodology as a professional with, I said, years of experience because it is useful and it focuses on prevention instead of treatment. It goes is not is to help young people stay mentally healthy by building confidence, strong relationships, and emotional well-being. The main idea of the toolkit is called Art of Connection, and it teaches that people become stronger when they connect with themselves and with others. The connection is built through activities which are creative, artistic, shared experience, and other and open communication. Um, in my opinion, one of the biggest strengths of the MPAS toolkit and the approach as well is that it is focused on what people can do, not on what is wrong with them or what they can't do. It helps participants discover their strengths, build confidence, and create positive relationship. This is why it can play an important role in preventing mental health problems, and it could be fixed with different groups, different ages, different kind of groups.
The MPAS approach is based on art and artistic activities. So,
Mhm.
what do you think that it is the role of art and artists more generally in the prevention of mental health issues for young vulnerable people? So, which is what role art can play?
Mhm. I believe that art can play a very important role in protecting young people's mental health. Many emotions are difficult to explain only with words, and art gives us this opportunity and another way to express our feelings and our thoughts. The MPAS Toolkit explains that art is not only about painting or performing, it is a way to communicate, build relationships, and better understanding ourselves and the others. Through creative activities, young people can explore their feelings, share their experiences, and discover new strengths. For vulnerable young people, this is especially important because many of them have experienced different situations in their lives, and many do not feel comfortable talking about them or don't have the words to talking them about them. Art creates a safe and welcoming space where they can participate through fear of being judged. The toolkit includes many examples, and this is why it is very useful. And I am using it also. Some activities use drawing to tell personal stories. Others use movement, dance, theater, music to explore emotions and build trust inside the group. One activity tasks participants to work together to create something as a team. During the activities, they learn to listen, to cooperate, and to respect the different ideas. The strengthens social connection and helps everyone feel included. This is very important part. The role of the artist also is very important, and it is good to know that they are not expected to be therapists. Instead, they create safe and creative space for young people to feel free to participate in the space and in the activities. Sometimes it is good only to be there, to listen, to participate, not to be involved. They encourage curiosity, creativity, and communication. I'm talking about the artist. The MPAS Toolkit also use idea from narrative therapy. Participants are encouraged to tell their own stories and look at different point of view of the difficulties in their lives. This helps them to see that their problems do not define who they are, and they begin to recognize their abilities, values, and hopes for the future. In the end, art helps people connect with themselves and with the others. It builds confidence, reduces loneliness, and creates a sense of belonging. That is why the MPAS project sees arts as a powerful tool for preventing mental health problems, especially among vulnerable young people. Thank you, Costas.
Thank you very much, Dimana. And as a conclusion, I would like to ask you, as a professional, what would you recommend your colleagues, other professionals related with using the toolkit for the prevention of mental health issues to young people, and which was your personal experience as a professional?
To take it, to read it, to use it, and to adapt it for their own needs because it is very useful and it is not that. Ограничаваш се?
Yeah, very
Limited.
limited.
It is not
Yeah.
limited, yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for participating in this first Facebook Live event of the MPAS project. And thank you very much for your insights, which are very uh, important coming from a professional with your experience. Thank you, and thank you everyone for listening to us. So we will be back with more such podcasts in the following months. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.